They're some of the world's most famous people, some of the world's richest people, and some of the most successful entrepreneurs in the world. I'm talking about big names like Elon Musk, Bill Gates, the founders of Google. These are America's tech titans, but what on earth are they doing with China? It's not a simple or trivial question. It's a profoundly important one because the United States and China are engaged in a technological race. Don't take my word for it. This is what President Xi of China says. This is what officials in Washington, D.C. say. The question is, on whose side are these tech titans? You'd think it'd be obvious that they'd be supportive of the United States, but the facts seem to speak otherwise. So where are companies like Microsoft and Google? Well, actually, they're both aiding and abetting China in their competition with the United States. Both of these companies sponsor artificial intelligence research laboratories in China. And by the way, it's known that these laboratories are linked directly to the Chinese military. We know that Microsoft even takes interns from the People's Liberation Army. But it's not just their sponsorship of artificial intelligence laboratories. Look at some of the other things that are going on. Elon Musk, the founder of Tesla, SpaceX, a real innovator when it comes to technology. He used to be very outspoken about China. He would put out tweets on a variety of subjects critical of the regime. But then Tesla opened up a large factory for him that they largely paid for, and it's now become a central component of his company, Tesla. What does Elon Musk say about China these days? Well, he's a lot more flattering and praiseworthy of the brutal regime in Beijing. You can add Bill Gates to that list. Bill Gates, the founder of Microsoft, actually invests in several tech companies that are directly part of the Chinese military-industrial complex. He invested in a company called BYD, put a lot of money into it. What does BYD do? They actually develop guidance systems for the Chinese missile program. Or what about his involvement with TerraPower, one of his nuclear power companies that he's involved in? This company was actually trying to build small nuclear reactors in China. That was halted when our Department of Justice and FBI said, you can't do this. This is actually going to benefit the Chinese military. Or what about Mark Zuckerberg, the founder of Facebook? Mark Zuckerberg famously had the chief propagandist of the Chinese Communist Party come and visit his offices in California. He gave them a tour of the facility, and then when he came to Mark Zuckerberg's desk, the propagandist sat down and he noticed a familiar-looking book on the desk. He picked up the book and he said to Mark Zuckerberg, "Why do you have this book?" The book was a copy of the collected speeches of President Xi of China. Zuckerberg told him he had that book and he had bought copies for the senior management of Facebook because he wanted them to learn the management principles of socialism with Chinese characteristics. This is ridiculous and this is outrageous. These are the major beneficiaries of the free market democratic system we have, and they are choosing to do business with China. The question is why? They certainly don't need the money. I think it's more about the fact that they have an excitement or an interest or an admiration for the dictatorship in China. They use code words about like efficiency and how effective the Chinese government responds to issues. Well, of course they do. They don't have to worry about human rights. They don't have to worry about property rights. And they certainly don't have to worry about an independent judiciary checking what they actually do. Decide whose side are they actually on. Are they on our side, or do they truly favor this brutal dictatorship that is competition with the United States?